Good afternoon, good night, grand rising, grand night, grand afternoon to everybody out there. Now this one gonna be a little different because I gotta burn a fire. I have to burn a fire. Now, since these three people transitioned out of my life, my grandmother and my two godmothers, I wouldn't say stuff been rough or stuff been easy. I would say I really miss them, and a lot, I know they'll want me to be the best version of myself and continue to be Delvin. But I have to really say to this world and to them, I try. I really do try. I try a lot, and my godmother would tell me stop using that word right now. I'm sorry. Forgive me. But one thing that I'm seeing in the world is that some people will try their very best to bait people into drama and into beef and into negative energy. And I'm going to be very honest, this year, 2025, this year really tests me. It really put me through a test. Because many times I could have spazzed out and flipped, but I didn't. And one thing that I'm really seeing is humans really take life for granted. They really take life for a joke. And the reason why I said that, bless up your average thinker, bless up, man, bless up. Much love to you. Thank you for being in the building. And the reason why I mentioned my two godmothers and my grandmother, they were something very special to me. They still are. Even though they ain't here no more, I still love them every single day. Every minute, every hour, every second. I still keep their name alive. I still keep them alive because they was very special to me and many others. I'm not going to just say me. You know, and I watch life change in so many different ways where many things ain't the same no more. And to me, it's kind of pitiful. It's awful. Because I'm watching something and yeah, I like to be positive nowadays. Shout out to your grandma, man. For real. Much love to her, man. Much love every day to all of them. Everyone that we miss. That's why I tell people, even though that this physical is gone, never for 1 second disrespect their energy and the life they live. Because even though their body gone, their energy will always remain. Like, many days I felt bad from a lot of people that passed away. But as I said, I had to learn to get with it, to understand and understand what we call death and transition into the afterlife. And it do hurt a lot of people. It do hurt. It hurt us because they're not here no more with us physically. And I had to realize the pain and the hurt within myself of saying, man, they not here, but I know their energy here, still here, their spirit still here, their soul still here. So anybody that you loved and that you still love, always keep them alive. Always keep their energy alive. Always keep their aura alive. Because I believe they'll do the same thing for you if the roles was reversed. You know, because I know for sure if the roles was reversed for me, these three ladies would do the same thing without a shout of a doubt. So Princess Khadija and Grandma, you know what it is. I'ma love y'all and I'ma ride for y'all for life. I'm gonna keep on going. I'ma keep on doing it. Like, I have my bumps in the roads. I have my stops. And sometimes I just think, though, when I wanna not go off the edge, but do something that's not in my nature, I do think about y'all. And they do keep on keeping me pushing, you know, because I made a major change within myself. And I came a long way in changing. I didn't just start being peaceful or positive. I always had a humble soul, but this took me years to get here. And I know if I backslide, it'll all be in vain. You know, like it do. You have people and have things out there in this world that will test you and tempt you. But you can't, you know, because I'm going to be honest. This year, it tests me a lot. And my heart stayed humble. My heart stayed still. It didn't move. It didn't shake. You have people in this world, they'll try to break you, but don't let them break you. Don't even let yourself break yourself. Because even with me making this live today, I'm going to be super honest, as always. A person left a foolish comment on one of my posts, and as I always say, I don't like people to disrespect me because I don't disrespect nobody. But I always hold my ground. But that person that said a couple of stuff today, you know, that I had to really realize when I was there at work, and I'm there thinking about it, I'm like, it'll be easy for me to go off on this person, but I had to really think. I'm like, let that person live with their opinion. Because for one, they don't know me. For two, I don't know them. And for three, I'm just not going to even go there with them because they have some so-called adults on this internet now of days where they will try to bait you into an argument. And like, I've been living 41 years. You have to really pick up yourself if you think you're going to bait any adult into an argument. You better grow up, okay? Because I had to really look at myself today and I said, damn, Delvin, you was going to really go off on a nobody. You was going to really stoop down to that person level. And this is why I had to bring up these three names with my grandmother and my two godmothers. I needed their energy to get myself back on track. And that's why I don't study the nonsense, because whoever in this world try to knock you off a track, it's okay, man. Just get back on track and keep on riding past them. Because you have to understand, they'll never get in the car and they will never ride any car. Because they'll always be on the highway. Okay? So you just keep on driving and don't stop. Don't look back. Just keep going. Excuse me, let me get a sip of water. Okay. Don't stop, just keep going. Because trust me, if you ever drive past that highway again, they'll be there at the same place. Okay? So, while you're making trips, only thing they're doing is keep on slipping up on themselves. We have to start to really understand in this world, there's a lot of people that don't know who they are and don't know what they're living. They don't know what life is. And you can't want to throw yourself in the pool with those people. Because simple as to say, they're not worth it. They're not worth it. And I had to learn that in my life. A lot of people ain't worth it. Yeah. You could get angry, but you know what? As long as somebody don't put their hands on you, you just let people keep talking. Because that's all that some people really got, and that's all some people just could do. Like, their heart dirty. Their minds is dirty. Their souls is dirty. Their movements is dirty. Their energy every day of them living is dirty, so they have nothing clean. And you stay away from that, because that dirt is going to get on you. Like, I watch a lot of people thinking that negativity is tough, but I'm going to be honest, man. There's a lot of people in this world that ain't never stand up to nothing, but they call themselves tough, and I don't believe that's toughness at all. Toughness ain't showing something that ain't really supposed to be seen. For real, because I see a lot of people nowadays, they call themselves tough, but they won't stand up for real problems in the world. They won't stand up for human rights issues. They won't stand up for kids. They'll only stand up for themselves. I've seen a lot of selfish humans in this world. And trust me, you can keep on being selfish, but it's only going to come back on you. And it may hurt somebody close to you. See, people think this world ain't got no consequences to the stupidity and the things that they do. As I said in my last live, there's consequences to everything that all of us do. Like, what you think in your mind ain't gonna play out in the real world. It's what's gonna play out in the real world is gonna play out in the real world. Bless up, open-minded. Bless up, elder. Bless up. What's gonna play out in the real world is gonna play out. And you may not like how it play out, because how it play in your mind, trust me, it will surely play a different speed in real life. I really see people taking life for a joke nowadays, and never took life for a joke. This joint ain't a joke. It ain't never, like, when has this ever become a game or something not to cherish or something not to respect? Because as I said, like, I watch people out here in the world today, and they want to fight for a whole bunch of things that don't make sense, but when it comes to fighting for things that make sense, they don't stand up. And I'm never with that crowd. I fight for things that make sense. I fight for stuff that was with a purpose. I fight for stuff with energy that holds weight. And that's why I had to catch myself today and make this live. Because I was going to go back to Del Nero and not Delvin. And with me saying that, I looked inside of myself, you know? Bless up, Wax Dog. Bless up, Wax Dog. Big up to you, King. Yes, they do because they have clown behavior. And to me, it's not even like clown behavior. It's like, to be honest, it's like, it's not showing growth. You know? It's not showing growth because I don't care where you from on this planet. Anybody could show growth. Anybody could get up from the dirt. Okay? Like, I be tired of people talking about how they'll say, like, you're a product of your environment. You know how much people all of us done seen come up from nothing and make they self proud and make they family proud? So, like, sometimes I be telling people, man, I done seen the worst but still act my best. You feel me? I'm gonna say it again. I done seen the worst but still act my best. And that was help from my soul. Because, like, if you can't control your soul or yourself or your mind, I'm not gonna say I feel sorry for you, but it's gonna be a lonely highway for you. Excuse me. Okay, let me read the comments. The true work is boots on the ground. It's not no internet. It's not on the internet. Excuse me. I rock with you, homie. You dropping type of gems, real talk. Man, bless up to you, Wax Dog. That's like all I could do, you know. I don't know how to do it no other way, even if people hate me for what I say, you know. I don't know how to talk to people in being fake or being unreal. You know, like, I wasn't born for people to love me or hate me, but I was born just to be myself, just like everybody else, you know? I wasn't born in this world to make, like, for you to, like, suck up to people and they be cool with you just because you suck up to them. Naturally, you being you, people should like you off of that energy alone. You know, that's why I always tell people it's good being yourself, whether you're goofy, whether you funny, whether you a serious person, whether you clumsy. That's okay. Because you know why? It's you. It's you. People will fault people in this world for being themselves, and you would pressure people to be like everybody else. No. Be yourself, man. Be yourself, because everybody else, their minds are in disarray. Okay? Because, like, I don't see why somebody would want to be like everybody else, but then again, you could see why somebody would want to be like everybody else, because you want to fit in. You want to be in the in crowd. You want to be quote unquote cool. But being cool is being yourself. Uncool is being like everybody else. Everybody could be like everybody else. That's easy to do, but being yourself is very unique and amazing, you know? I'm from Marcy PJs. Grew up in the 70s. My mother said, if it's a will, it's a way. And you're sure right. Wax Dog always solid. Been solid. I remember him from SMMP page before all these people was around. Well, bless up to all of them too. Now, Wax Dog always been solid. Never, you know, he always had good energy, and he always bring good energy. Any page I ever seen him on, he bring good energy towards people and always had respect, you know. And I mess with people like that. I like people like that have respect, like it don't take, like, I don't like people that gotta try, you know? You ain't gotta try, you know? I try to have more discipline and think before I speak. I mostly speak out of emotion. Sometimes I regret it, but I can't control it. And you know what? That's all good, Wax Dog, though. But that's your natural self, you feel me? Because it's better for you to speak out of your emotions than for you to, like, to get along with something that you don't agree with, and you knowing in your heart, mind, and soul that you don't agree with that. Like, it's okay to beat yourself down later on, but you know what? Don't beat yourself down too much. Stay solid on yourself and know that you remain yourself. Like, because trust me, it's always good to be yourself than be like the in crowd. Because everybody know after a while the in crowd gets corny. Because to be honest with you, the in crowd is corny anyway. You know? Because there's a whole bunch of people following along, following suit. But when you don't want to follow those crowds, you're the enemy. You're the wrong one. You're the bad guy or the bad girl. You know? So, no, I always push everybody to be themselves. Because that's, like, to be honest with you, that's the only way I could love you and I could respect you, Because, like, I don't know, I could pick up on people in front of me when they're trying to act like something different. I could pick up on it. I see it. You feel the energy. Like, facts 100. Fresh to death. I agree. Delvin. I've been on YouTube since 2009. Well, to be honest with you, I don't know how long I've been on this thing called YouTube. But like I said in one of my earliest posts, the first time I ever came on YouTube, I was looking at fish, flowers, and marbles on YouTube, and animals. Those was like the 4 things I used to look at. And then when I start looking at people pages, one of the first 2 pages, if I could remember, was Sonetta and Doggy Diamonds and M-Rec. Because they was New Yorkers. Like, and I still watch them once in a while, because Sonetta still do his thing, like, he have a good page. He brought a lot of people on his page, different people from all over the place. Doggy Diamonds, he been in this hip-hop / internet joint for a minute, And then Rec always did his thing, because if people know, him and Doggy Diamonds used to work together, and that's how I started watching both of them anyway, because they had Forbes DVD together, and they split apart. He ended up making M-Rec TV. I think that's what he called it now, and Doggy Diamonds got Doggy Diamonds TV, No, it still got, and that's why I say, man, respect to all the people out there that's making podcasts, making their blogs, and making their stuff, like, I'm not perfect in this joint at all, but I think I just come up here and give people, like, my energy, give people something good, that's all I could really do. I don't really care about this, what is it, monetization, money joint. Nah, because I'd rather, if you get something good off this page that can help you, or even if I get something good off of myself that can help me, I'd rather that. I don't care about the money, because I see that people get on here and they sell themselves for views, They sell themselves for likes, for shares, for comments, for subscribers, and don't matter how people want to twist it and turn it, a lot of us ain't from this little I'm doing this for likes or I'm doing this for views. Like, nah, man, all of that is like, that's Babylon, you know? If you really gonna sell yourself for money, you know, I watch people come up here, they rather tell lies for views than tell the truth for no views. You know? I'd rather tell the truth up here all day and 2 people be watching me than get up in 1,000,000 people watching me and I'm lying to people. I don't like, cause it get back to the point where like I don't know, like I know everybody got conscience, but it's like, do you connect with your own conscience? Like when you get up in front of everybody and you just lying, do you connect with your conscience, or you try to disconnect yourself from your conscience and say, let me get up here and let me spit these lies to the people and let me spit this energy? You know, because whether they like it or not, you know, they have to deal with that. And that's why I say, like, you know, negative energy got to deal with negative energy somehow, some way. You know? And a lot of them don't. I know a lot of people in the world that be doing nonsense on this internet. They don't want to do it. But this is where I always say, you know, when we always say as people, money is the root of all evil. Nah, man. People is the root of all evil. People. And the nasty energy and the nasty mind state that people live with, that's the root of all evil. You know, like they really, I don't like when people don't look for responsibility in things that humans do as one whole on this earth. You know, like it's all cool, we'll split up in all these different divisions and say like, yeah, the blacks over here, the Spanish over here, you know, the Chinese or the Asians over here. It's all cool, but let me tell you, man, we all messing up. Okay? We all messing up. We all on this earth together. Okay, and when we really realize that, I'm gonna keep saying it, some problems will be solved. But until then, we'll be in all these different groups and having different problems with each other. And it's a bigger problem when all of us have a problem with each other anyway. Delvin, I look forward to your posts every day. Thank you, King. Bless up, Elder. Bless up. Word. You know, like, no, because to me, why I always say it's a problem for all of us, because let me be honest, man. Yeah, people that hated me because of the color of my skin, but I could tell you today on Thursday, what is it, the 5th, that me and these people, yes, we had disagreements in certain type of, whatever you would call it, wars. But nowadays, me and those people, we came to common goals. Okay? We came to common goals, and like, is a difference when people hate you for the color of your skin or just people hating you from where you grow up at, you know? To me, I ain't never cared about the hate in the hood, because it's like, I used to understand that like a lot of us in the hood, we're messed up anyway mentally, and there's a lot of hate in the hood. So a lot of times, I never cared, you know, because it was like, to be honest, people don't like to admit the truth in the hood, in the ghetto, you know? But we have to, because I always believe how people say they'll move out the ghetto, but I always believe we could clean up something that people call so bad, you know, because why our place got to be the place that you move from? Why our place got to be a place that they talk bad about? If people can understand what I'm saying now, I'm sick of that joint being the ghetto, of the ghetto being a bad joint to everybody. Why? Because to be honest, this is where we all came from, so why we got to keep on putting a black eye on the ghetto? And this is why I always said I want the ghetto to clean up. For real, I want us to start putting good names on the ghetto, because, yeah, it may have bad stuff in the ghetto, but let's be totally honest, man. At least we survived the ones that did. And the ones that did, you had good times. LIP and RIP to the ones that was gone. But this is why we have to really realize how we got to start saving our lives and stop taking them. Because I don't care who it is, man. When there's bloodshed in the hood, it's not good. Okay, it's not good. It's not good at all, man. I want my people to survive, man. I'm for real. I don't want my people to go like this shit. Like, as I always say, man, just because that's your ops, though, somebody else mom's. That's somebody else mom's. That's somebody else son. That's somebody else daughter. That's somebody else father. Just because you hate them, somebody else love that person, though. And that's where I say where people have to really start using their minds. Because if we use our minds in the hood, trust me, a lot of the death will stop. Because there's a lot of unnecessary wars. There's a lot of unnecessary fighting. And I know that a lot of young men and women and old people in the hood don't want to admit it. But I'm going to talk about it because this is what I seen growing up. All of us been to too much funerals, and like I always say, man, it gets sickening after a while. You keep on saying R.I.P. It gets sickening after a while. You keep on going to funerals. It gets sickening. You know, but I always thought about it like a bigger scale. If I get sick of it, you gotta imagine the mother that gotta bury that child, or the family that gotta bury that father or that mother, or any family that gotta bury anybody. Excuse me. I'ma be 54 June 7th, and I'm like, damn, I'm blessed to be alive. You know, bless you for real, man. Bless all of us. Me and my mama birthday on the same day. Dag, whoa, that is major big. I miss her flesh, but her spirit is with me every day. Wow, man. Man, God bless and much respect to that. That's major. That right there, like, you see something like that right there, right? And those is stuff in like life itself that I like. Stuff that I love. Stuff that I cherish and I respect. Open-minded and his mother's birthday is on the same day. Like, that's big, you know, like, how could I put it? Me and my brother, we don't have, like, I would say, like, my mother and father both are Leos, but me and my brother, we grew up like Rasta babies, and then I grew up loving lions anyway, and it became into my life, and it became my life, you know. So like, that's major right there, and that's big, you know, because I don't know, I smoke a spliff and burn a spliff for your moms, you know, because that's big. I burn a spliff for y'all, you know. For more fire to that, you know. Purification, much love, you know, respect. God bless. And that's the thing I be telling people in the world, man. I want us to start, let's celebrate and let's respect the good, man. Stop celebrating death. Stop celebrating negativity. Stop celebrating arguments. Because I'm going to get to this, like I said in one of my lives, probably, I don't know, last month. Because some people may think it's funny now. I remember, like, probably 23 years ago, maybe, when Dipset really was going good in the mixtapes in New York. And 50 Cent, his hype man is Tony Ayo. Busta Rhymes got Spliff Star. Cameron, don't matter how people want to twist it or turn it, he had Jim Jones. You know? Yes, sir. My parents are Moors and I was raised with Moorish values. Bless up to all the Moors out there too, man. For real. Bless up to the black Moors and bless up to the original Moors all over the world. Bless up to the Moors that still carry the tradition till this day. For real. And I'm going to get on that in a little while, but let me hit back on Cameron and Jimmy. Because this is something that I don't like. It's one thing I don't like about this industry. And I don't like how people make it break them up. I don't care whether people want to say Jim Jones was born in the Bronx and then he moved to Harlem. That's none of our business. Okay? Because when we listen to Dipset, only thing you were supposed to care about is music. I don't know what happened when people start caring about these celebrities and these entertainers' personal life. I don't want to know about what you did yesterday. I want to listen to my song, or I want to watch my movie or my TV show. I do not want to get into their personal life and digging up into their personal gossip. Because if we really dig into personal gossip and drama, why nobody really want to dig into the entertainment industry of what it really is? But you want to talk about each entertainer individually when something comes up, but you don't really want to talk about the elephant that's in their room. And that's where I don't get along with, because, yeah, Puffy could get in trouble, Jay-Z could get in trouble, Nas could get in trouble, many other people could get in trouble, R. Kelly could get in trouble, Epstein, all of these people, Harvey Weinstein, all of these people. But people won't look at the real major issue. They won't look at the real problem. And Hollywood is probably 20%, of this, for real, people should look at how, if you want to look at things, look at sports agents, look at them, they're dirty too. They're just as, sports agents are some of the dirtiest people in the world. Or if I were to draw it down to a division, they're some of the dirtiest people in America, next to some lawyers, So, when you look at all these stuff, because it's, for example, a person could get caught in New York with something that they're not supposed to have, and they may do 3 to 5 years in jail, right? But if a celebrity get caught with a gun, they may do a year, or they may just sweep that under the rug. And this is where it gets to the point where your money talks, in the world, and in America mostly. You got money, you could get away with almost anything. Many things you could get away with if you have money. But like I say in the hood, and this is why I always get back to the hood, why we need to start teaching each other again. Because to me, it ain't right if a celebrity could get away, but somebody in the hood can't get lesser charges than that celebrity. You feel me? You still a human. You ain't no better than me just because you got more money than me. Bless up, Stardust. Bless up, Stardust. Me and my friend have disagreements, but we never bought it online. That's where Cam and Jimmy messed up. To be honest with you, that's where almost all of them messed up. Bless up to you. Much love to you, Stardust. That's where almost all of these people or celebrities messed up. And regular friends and people that you see arguing every day on the internet. Because I'm going to say this, because this is supposed to be a burn fire episode. This is supposed to be a burn. So let me put a little fire on this right here. People get on this YouTube joint that were once friends in real life, right? And talk about each other and say so much stuff about each other. You see the celebrities do it, but when you watch regular common folks do it, I'm gonna be real. If you really got a problem, I remember the old school joint when the elders said when you was kids and they watch y'all arguing as two boys, they said y'all stop arguing and why don't y'all just fight it out and get it over with. Okay? And that's how it always went. If we had a problem, we would fight and we get it off our chest and it was done. So all of this back and forth where you see mostly is males going back and forth on the internet with each other, that's a whole bunch of that's fantasy island, you know? And if this is where the world is turning, trust me, everybody needs to make a bow face, okay? Because that is not life, that's not evolving, and that's nothing educational. That's just low vibration, that's low frequency. And to me, there's other words, but I could call it, but I know, YouTube, they always, they bend on me when I say certain words, So, you could just use your mind. Don't even have time for low vibration. Bless up, Lucy. Bless up, man. Much love to you. No, and that's the thing. I learned that too, man. Low vibration is low vibration, and people that's on low vibration, they will always try to turn you to their station. They will let me tell you something. When you on channel 4, they will always try to bring you to channel 1. But do not go there. You make sure you keep yourself on channel 4, or you jump to channel 6, you jump to channel 8, go to channel 7 if you have to, but you don't go to channel 1. You do not go there with them, because that's what they want you to do, and that's all they could do. That's what some people live for with their little low vibration energy, because they have nothing else to learn. The OGs have boxing gloves. That's how we fought. Yeah. Or you use your bare knuckles. I didn't see boxing gloves till I was like 13 years old. You had to scrap and use your little fists, if you wanted to be talking trash to each other, and the OG seeing y'all there talking too much and he didn't like it. Like, okay, come, y'all two go over here and y'all fight it out. And when y'all two was tired, y'all end up going to the store with each other. And that's why I say, sometimes people just need to talk to each other. All that built up emotion, don't let it get you in trouble. Okay? Don't let seconds mess up or even mess up a portion of your life. Don't do that. And that's where I learned where a lot of people have nasty energy where they'll bait people into stuff. Don't take the fish bait. Don't do it. Don't take the fish bait. Move past that. Because you have to always remember, those type of people, they may learn some stuff along the way in their life, right? But they didn't do that much learning. They didn't do that much learning because it's very easy to be ignorant. Ignorance is easy. But intelligence, it takes a certain touch of gold. It takes a certain touch. So when you got your intelligence and you got your good vibration, just know you golden. Just know you special. So don't let them make you unspecial. Don't make them make you something that you're not. And that's what I had to learn in my life. Don't make people make me something that I'm not. Yeah. We all got anger inside of us. We all got anger. But you know what? Learn to control your anger. Control it. Don't let your anger control you. Because as I said before, you got some people that'll fight for nonsense, but they won't fight for real things. You know? We must protect our peace at all costs. That's true riches. Yes, and that's true. And the thing is, I like that you said that. You know, I always tell people money and materialistic things is not success. You finding your spirit in your soul and finding that all of us are one upon this earth and in this universe, that is real success. That is success. Okay? Materialistic things could never be success. That's what humans made success for. So we all could keep on fighting and trampling over each other. Okay. So but if we all found peace within ourselves and peace within the universe, that's the biggest success that human civilization could ever see. But they don't want humans to see that. But we will see that together one day. Okay? Because as I always say, man, governments don't control this universe. We do. Okay? We are living here, and we are the ones to make the world go round, not them. They're just trying to live and control something that's going to be out of control. For real. Because as I always say, how long could you hold the people down and thinking that they're not going to fight back mentally, spiritually, and physically? Okay? Because you got to be thinking that you some type of bully to beat the people up and thinking that the people ain't going to uprise one day. Don't matter where it is on the face of this earth. Because some people, yes, they going to always sit down. But let me tell you, the heartbeat of this world and the heartbeat of the people, it will rise up. Okay? Because it's like a pot of water when it boils. It's boiling. Okay? Because I watch people there talk nonsense. Nah. You have an okay life of how you see the world of where you see people getting down pressed and it's okay for you. I don't see people getting down pressed as okay. I see that as a problem that needs to be fixed. Okay? And that's how my ancestors and my elders dealt with it, and that's how I'm going to deal with it. Okay? If it's a problem, it's going to get fixed. You don't just let no problem lay on the wayside. For real. Or you don't let them get away with what they did. Because the thing is, they'll tell you what they say. In God, they trust. Well, the people got something to say. Okay? And this is bigger than America. This is bigger than America. This is worldwide. The people all over the world got something to say. Because I remember when I used to look at it as a kid, like how everybody was really divided, even from the states. Everybody divided in the United States. We got the East Coast. We got the West Coast. We got the North. We got the South. We got the Midwest. Then when you're outside of America, we got London, we got the islands, we got the Greenlands, we got Australia, we got all different, we got China, Japan, we got North Korea, South Korea. And people hungry up there too. And people starving up there too. And I ain't talking about food. And I ain't talking about money, Like just because people don't know something, in this world of all of us living as human beings, don't mean that you think you're going to trick them. And that's what they did to the people for years. Trick the people into different lives. Trick the people to live in a different way. trick the people into hating each other. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Because as I always say too, one thing they're scared of and one thing that they're in fear of is different people that's from different places connecting with each other and really understanding what we're living in. They don't want that to arise, but the thing is, you can't stop something that's natural, because that's bound to happen. That's destined to happen. That's gonna happen any way people like it or not. Because how they separated the people, we are like glue that's gonna come back together and fix it. Okay, and that's just natural nature. Okay, that we must come back. Yeah, we had a lot of what we call different wars and battles in this world with people, you know. But I always know, and I sprinkle some belief on it, that the people will wake up within each other. You know, because no matter how we twist it and turn it, it's the people that's suffering. And there's other people that's trying to act like they're living okay, you know, but at the end of the day, just because you're at the bottom of the barrel don't mean that you're not okay. And just because you on top of the hill don't mean that you okay. And they made riches to make people feel that they're different than people in this world. And when you ain't got riches, you must feel low. Nah, man, let me tell you something, man. A lot of rich people are empty inside. Okay? They're empty inside. They don't love themselves, a lot of these rich people. You know, because when you got all the money and, like, what do you got? What do you got? Like Bob said, man, don't gain the world and lose your soul. And a lot of people lost their souls to the materialistic things in this world. It don't mean nothing. Especially how you treating it nowadays, with no value, with no care. It don't mean nothing. No. Wisen up, people. Let's learn to love each other again. Do not let the hate in the world tear any one of us apart. For real, cuz if badness is badness, trust me, badness have to go. Because the badness that need to happen, right? People are scared of that badness. You know, like, you think people really gonna be going good with this world, how it's going, of how, like, I don't even like calling these people world leaders, really. I don't even like using that. I don't even really like nobodies, actually, you know? They're just taking up space and matter. I wouldn't call them world leaders. I'll just call them humans without the being. You know, I wouldn't say they're soulless, but I'll just say their souls is corrupt. And how they're trying to make the world run. They're trying to, like, let me tell you, man, they made the world run where humans must love materialistic things in this world and we must not find life inside of life. Nah, man, life is bigger than all of they things, and I think that if we really look into life more, a lot of things could expand. A lot of things could change drastically. A lot of things could grow. Things could be better. They're gonna get better though. You know, we're going through a rough patch right now, bumpy roads. But I always believe and know we will be on solid ground. Because we all on this earth together, and trust me, it's like you living in a house. One way or the other, y'all gonna have to get along. Or somebody gotta move out. Thank you to everybody that joined this live. Bless everybody. Wax Dog, Lucy, Open Minded, Stardust. Thank you all. I hope you all have a great evening. God bless to you all out there, man. Much love.